So hello and welcome to the most old man yells at cloud video I think I've ever made. So being in my late 20s and playing games since the age of 4, one thing I've noticed in the world of modern gaming is the death of the art of surprise, and that is due to the massive increase in gaming leaks. Now when I'm talking about leaks, I'm not necessarily talking about leaks from data breaches. Stuff like GTA 6, Insomniac and even Half-Life 2 are completely different because those are completely unexpected and often cause a lot of harm for the companies behind them. The leaks I'm talking about are the ones that get exclusive news articles from very reputable insiders or journalists or someone who has connections, who will then go ahead and drop a lot of info on some upcoming game months before it's even officially announced. Now this is one I've completely made up, but it'll be something like, say, exclusive report, Spyro 4 is in active development. Toys and Bob are developing it and have been working on it since 2022. The plot of the game is Spyro traversing across the realm of Firefly Falls, and Red from A Hero's Tale is the antagonist, but he's a rebooted version. The trailer is expected to release at Xbox Games Fest, and the game is scheduled to come out around Christmas 2025 for Xbox Series X, PS5, Switch and PC. And of course, spoiling projects like Nintendo working on a N64 Mini and it'll be announced by April. Leaks like that I find really do kill a lot of excitement because you know it's coming. There's not really much fanfare going around at all because it'll be months away before you even get a look at the first trailer. And you still have a general idea of what the entire game's going to be about. But sometimes these games don't even get leaked by reputable sources, they'll just get flat out posted on 4chan. Which, to be fair, 4chan has always got an element of unbelievability to it, because it's 4chan after all. Like when that Yakuza Pirates in Hawaii game got announced, it was leaked on 4chan about 4 months earlier, and nobody really cared because it did sound like complete and utter nonsense. All people were saying it sounded like another alternative time setting, like Ishin or Dead Souls. But when I was a young lad, from my experience at least, the only way you'd hear about confirmed games when they were actually close to release, or had an official announcement, was from the actual magazines or visiting the direct sites themselves. It was always exciting to go into the store, pick up the PlayStation magazine, and then find out there's, say, a new Crash Bandicoot game coming out in 3 months, and then subsequent editions of the magazine give more info on it before the big review, and maybe a demo. But okay, magazines aren't as popular in 2024 as they were in like 2003. But whenever you don't hear anything about a game, it can be a very pleasant surprise. Like a modern one, well not modern by today's standards, but one that's for the internet era, is like when I was in high school. I don't ever remember hearing anything about GTA 5 being leaked. There was a casting call, but I think that was highly debated, with half the people saying it was fake. And that was something that somebody found instead of it being posted on Twitter, saying, oh, GTA 5 had a free protagonist set in Los Santos and car customization from San Andreas will return. The element of surprise was extremely memorable. Like for GTA 5, I remember getting home from school one day, just going on to some of my favourite gaming forums, and all I saw was new GTA announcement, GTA 5 officially coming. And it was a much more exciting time because all Rockstar did was change the site to the GTA 5 logo and a tweet, which just said hashtag GTA 5. Because absolutely nobody, excluding those at Rockstar of course, were expecting it to drop that day. It was such an unexpected surprise, and it was the talk of the schoolyard. As soon as the next school day began, me and my mates at the time spent the entire break times just talking about GTA 5 non-stop. Even then, we knew absolutely nothing about it. We had the logo, and that was all we had. We had nothing to go off, and it was such a great time, even more so when the trailer dropped because we still knew barely anything about it. People were throwing theories left, right and centre about their analysis. Is this guy a retired mob boss? Is this a guy from GTA 4? Is this Vice City? Whatever. I did a video on this ages ago which I'll link in the description below. But we didn't have people posting like story follows a retired bank robber named Michael DeSanta who re-enters the life. Character swapping is a major part. You know, we had nothing to go off. And that's what made it so damn fun. I know I keep saying it, but I feel like when you don't actually know anything about the game at all, it's exciting in its own way. So you can discuss with friends or people online about theories about what the game might contain. It does vary of course, but for story based games you can probably sit down for hours and talk with other fans about what you think might happen to one character, or if another character will return, settings, you know, because you don't know a single thing about it. A recent case of a surprise announcement has got to be Death Stranding when it released on Xbox. There was zero hints at all. Just one day out of the blue, November 7th 2024, it just dropped on Xbox randomly, to many people's surprise. And even though I haven't played Death Stranding at all, seeing a lot of excited tweets from Xbox players was wholesome to see. Just hop on Xbox one day, Death Stranding's now on Xbox. Another thing with how little surprises there are in games anymore is because how the internet just kind of reveals everything about a game the second it releases. And you know the channels I'm on about, it's like 5 seconds after a game is officially released, they'll have about 3 different videos up on it. One of all the bosses, one of the game itself, that lasts about 10 hours, and all the secret unlockables. And sometimes it's not even that. Like, in the case of multiplayer games, as soon as any update drops, it's fully data mined and every single upcoming weapon drop, character crossover, and possibly even remnants of future updates are just plastered all over social media within like 10 minutes. I know a lot of developers tend to add in filler content in updates so they can be unlocked in a future event, so people have something to return to and play this exciting new limited mode or whatever. But that's kind of where data mining ruins the surprise. Using GTA Online as an example, the stuff from Halloween 2024's update was already circulating back in June. So there's barely any excitement when Halloween rolled around because everybody knew about the North Yankton zombie survival. Sometimes there might just be hints of what's coming in future updates. Not anything that might be playable, but maybe strings of code that imply something like a future game mode, sound effects, assets, whatever. Now to be fair, sometimes this stuff does end up being cut content. Like shortly after Battlefield 2042 released, people found assets of Christmas skins in the files. This was outfits for characters, weapon skins and so much more. Now many of these have never been released, but at the time people were dead set on assuming this was going to be making its way to the store at Christmas. And as I said, most didn't. I think it was only the AK-24, the MAV library and the 8th Irish that did, but the rest were never released, and considering this is years ago now, they've likely been completely scrapped. I know it's pretty easy to say, well, just don't follow those accounts then. But you see, that's another problem in of itself. Because if you're enjoying a game, you're likely going to post about it, you're going to look up tweets about it, you're going to look up YouTube videos about it, or possibly sub to specific channels. And knowing how algorithms work, they're likely going to steer you in that direction whether you want to know that stuff or not. Like when I was playing Yakuza 0, I remember looking up a guide on how to do the Real Estate Royale minigame much quicker. And even though I only watched about 3 videos on it, the YouTube algorithm started recommending me videos about the final boss. Now keep in mind I already have finished the game at this point, but still, you know, you can kind of see what I mean when I say about how algorithms can unintentionally spoil things for you. Another example of the algorithm just kind of forcing you to see stuff you don't really want to is like how I haven't played Call of Duty since Black Ops Cold War. I sometimes get tweets about Black Ops 2 nostalgia or whatever, which I do like, and then because I like those tweets, I still get COD news and leaks shown to me even though I have no interest in Black Ops 6, Modern Warfare 4, whatever the hell the newest one is. Yet, I still know stuff about it, like how the recon perk in the launch of Black Ops 6 was overpowered. So the option of don't follow those accounts doesn't really apply. I'm not sure what else I can really add to the rant, but yeah, it's like, to me, the death of the art of surprise is kind of taking a bit of the excitement out of gaming, I feel. Sometimes just don't announce anything, just let people kind of get surprised by an announcement one day. Just let people check their phones one day and see a notification like, oh, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 have been remade and it's releasing in 4 months. We really don't need to know a long awaited sequel for a game is going to be announced in 3 months and is due out for release in 2 years. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. In closing, just let surprises be surprises. It's way more exciting that way. So thank you for watching this video, hope you enjoyed, and yeah, hope to see you all at the next one.